Yes, PDP Labour Party's application on INEC tomorrow. A very good evening to you, and it's good to have you join us on News at 7 on NT Lagos Channel 10. I am
Talks held during the president's visit to Qatar in 2016, as well as the Qatari monarch's reciprocal visit to Nigeria in 2019. Already signed to deepen relations between the two countries were two agreements on the avoidance of double taxation and the prevention of fiscal evasion with respect to tax income, as well as that of bilateral air services aimed at standardizing the mode of aviation business and increasing flight frequencies and destinations. This meeting with the father of the reigning monarch, described as an architect of the state's modern revival, who ruled Qatar between 1995 to 2013, is between the two countries even after his tenure.
Qatar is very promising kinds of businesses and activities towards our country. They just hosted the World Cup 2022 and so on. So they're coming increasingly and very aggressive in bilateral relationships and diplomatic relationships. So in furtherance of all of that, there have been a long-standing relationship between Nigeria and Qatar, but more importantly also between the diplomatic relationships. So in furtherance of all of that, there have been a long-standing relationship between Nigeria and Qatar, but more importantly also between the president himself and the dynasty here. I remember when we came in 2016, President Muhammadu Buhari paid a visit here, where there were talks about investments in agriculture, in oil and gas, in education, in healthcare. And I think that has been going on the roadmap. So I think this will further. The takeaway here is that the first, particularly in the areas of gas development, we're partnering with them on many platforms, and we believe that this visit will grow investment in Nigeria. What do you have to see as a result of this visit by the president?
Yeah, it's a was Umaru Sisoko Embalo. Details of their discussions held behind closed doors were not disclosed. From Doha, State of Qatar.
In West Africa has done well with this accurate chairman's decision, stressing that democracy is the best pathway to bringing together diverse people and a dependable vehicle for the achievement of national development. Moving on, the Court of Appeals sitting in Abuja will this Wednesday consider the merits of the application of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) seeking the order of the court to reconfigure the bimodal voter accreditation system (BVAS). The Labour Party and its candidate Peter Obi have filed a fresh application to be allowed to conduct a physical inspection of all the BVAS that was used for the presidential poll. INEC is in the appellate court to seek its order to reconfigure its BVAS in readiness for the conduct of governorship and House of Assembly elections. The court had earlier granted an interim applications of PDP and its candidate Atiku Abubakar, LP and its candidate Peter Obi to inspect the materials used for the presidential polls. Meanwhile, Nigeria's President-elect Bola Tinubu is seeking an order from the Court of Appeal to access sensitive materials used by the Independent Electoral Commission (INEC) for the conduct of the presidential election. Tinubu, candidate of the All Progressives Congress (APC), was declared the winner of the poll ahead of Atiku Abubakar of the People's Party and Peter Obi, candidate of the Labour Party. The president-elect, through his counsel, Akintola Makinde, said he would need to inspect, scan, and make photocopies of some of the electoral materials to enable him to prepare his defense against petitions that would seek to nullify his election. He said the materials will be relevant in helping the defense legal team to prepare its defense and also make comparison with the information container in INEC's back-end server. The 2023 National Assembly elections produced different shades of surprises, from increased turnover to the expansion of parties' composition. But the All Progressive Congress was undeterred as it retains majority status. Ignatius Nkwo takes a look at the composition of the 10th Senate.
On the 11th of June 2023, the 9th Senate is expected to pack its bag and move into the annals of history. Already, the election of 25th February 2023 has produced the next occupants of the Red Chamber. Going into the 2022 elections, the All Progressives Congress, which has been in the majority since 2015, lost some of its members and closed its balance sheet at 62 members. But in the result, released so far by the Independent National Electoral Commission, the All Progressives Congress still holds the majority seat at 57, a reduction of their numbers in the 9th Senate by 5. PDP, the largest of the opposition parties, reduced from 39 to 29. Labour Party increased from only 1 member to 6, while the NNPP has 2, losing one of its seats. Social Democratic Party 2 members, ABGA and YPP, retained their 1-member status. Parliamentary resolutions are reached through voting. Therefore, numerical strength remains a factor. With the spread of membership in the Senate, it is expected that the election of presiding officers in the 10th Senate will witness serious horse trading and bargaining.
There will be likely going to be also coalition of these new political parties to align with one of the major political parties in the legislature.
High turnover has continued in the National Assembly. For instance, out of the 109 senators in the 9th Assembly, only 30 will be returning, with 3 women against 6 in the 9th Senate. Out of the 5 principal officers on this majority seat, only 1 will be returning here in the next 3 months. Same with the minority seat, only the deputy minority leader will be returning.
So when we have no members, it means the system, the quality of output will be lower.
Some former governors that will not be returning include Theodore Orji of Abia State, Umaru Tanko Almakura, Nasarawa, Rochas Okocha Imo, Ibikunle Amosun Ogun, Gabriel Suswan Benue, and Sam Egu of Ebonyi State. The statistics of the 10th Benue, Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi of Enugu, Ben Ayade, Cross River, Simon Lalong Plateau, Darius Ishaku of Taraba, Okeze Bazu Abia, and Abubakar Bagudu of Kebbi State, while Dave Umahi of Ebonyi, Sani Bello, Niger, and the immediate past governor of Edo State, Adams Oshomole, of the APC, won their election into the Senate.
So many states had issues. States that were able to do meaningful reconciliation, the sitting governors were able to win the election.
As at now, elections into 11 seats are still inconclusive. Ignatius Nkwo, NTN News.
You're still watching News at 7 on NT Lagos Channel 10. We'll be right back after this timer. Please don't go away. As the governorship and House of Assembly elections in Lagos State drew a close, President appealing to the Independent Electoral Commission
Assembly elections, which some adjudged peaceful, those residents have expressed hope for a better outing at the governorship and House.
So if that's understanding that probably if it takes longer time, it will go down, that will at least, it will assist the process.
The beavers, it had become an issue because we had confidence. We had the mind that